It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there you get a look at Paycor Stadium on the banks of the Ohio River in Cincinnati. Today it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. A couple of 2-1 teams set to square off, and we're underway here in NFL Week 4. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Here we go. 11.
They'll begin on the ground with Akers. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
And how'd you like to be the quarterback reviewing the game tape from last week and seeing this defense on the spot on almost every snap? If the ball was in the air, they took it away. If the ball was popped free, they picked it up. 5 takeaways in last week's game.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. A Bengal first down on the 16-yard pickup there.
Not too many teams will use a first-round pick on a tight end, so you know that when one does, he's got to be pretty darn special.
A small example of why they took him in the first round there. Nice little catch and run to get the good yardage.
12.
Burrow now off the bootleg. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football, but at the same time you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. A first down carry for Henry, and a solid run down inside the 30. Now 2nd and 3. They go play action now. Jackson. They'll get this to Flowers, left side. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks, because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, a new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
Jackson on first down. That's caught. It's Flowers. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. 18 yards that time to push him up, 1st and goal.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
First and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. Henry trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up second and goal.
Good work there, holding them out on first down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Second and goal from the 1. Touchdown! Rashad Bateman, his second touchdown on the season. And the Ravens take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0.
Ravens 7, Bengals 0. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. But no run back here. Fair catch, and this will come out to the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
23 yards, the final tally. Well, no matter your experience level as a quarterback, you throw an interception on that first drive, maybe a little shaken up. Nice response there to get their first down.
I think you make an excellent point. I don't care who you are. You throw an interception, it's going to get to you a little bit. But the ones that we've seen that are the best, you never notice it. They don't come to the bench, throw their helmets. They don't do any of that. They just go back out the next drive and act like it never happened. And that's what we're seeing here.
11.
Now Burrow on first down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Bengals at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they were looking good until last week's loss took them from the ranks of the unbeaten.
Yeah, I don't think anyone was expecting this team to push the 72 Dolphins, but still, you got to take a lot of positives from this first month. If they can bounce back and move to 3-1, they'll be pretty well set up for the remainder of the season to follow.
Here we go.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Here we go.
Burrow going to get this out to Chase. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 39. The Bengals passing game finding a rhythm. They've got another first. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Slot man moves right. Again, it's Burrow. Over the middle, complete. That's Williams. Short completion, just 4 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They were excellent in that win over the 49ers last week.
If I play a quarterback against this team, after what I saw on film where they had 5 picks last week, all I'm thinking about is taking care of the football, being very careful with it, and making sure I see my guys open before I throw it.
I might curl up in the fetal position. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
Well, they're certainly not giving much help to their defense, are they? Because for the second time now, that D has had to run back out on the field early after an interception. And remember, on the last drive, the opposing side took it in for 6 after that interception.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 10-yard line.
2nd and 2, first down marker at the 8. Henry up the middle. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set him up 1st and goal.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. All right, a great read by the secondary. They come up to stop that touch pass before it can even get back to the line. Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that, then maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Jackson now. And it's caught. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Zay Flowers, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now 14-0.
14. Bengals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Here we go, here we go.
They go play action with Burrow. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
On second down, Burrow. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 3rd down, Burrow. And that will be incomplete.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
And he punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. It's DJ Turner who's got it. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered, they'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Burrow's throw caught by Higgins. And Higgins is going to have a Bengals 1st down as the tackle made down at the 33. It's a pickup of 6. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Gun.
2nd down and 8. Burrow looking to pass. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
1-1, ready?
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
12. 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape.
Now Burrow. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Evan McPherson out for the Bengal field goal. It'll be a 47-yard attempt from the left hash. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. And he elects not to bring this one out as his guys will take over at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. Henry running right. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Now that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
On 2nd down, Jackson. That is incomplete. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because he just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Here's Jackson to throw. This will go to Henry out wide. And he will have a Ravens first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they're right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again is Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 15 yards there on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sack back at the 29. It'll be a loss of 10, and it'll bring up 2nd.
But that's what they have to do more of defensively, not just getting sacks, but they have to keep getting in his face, not let him get his feet set and deliver. He's been carving them up previously.
Yeah, already has a couple of touchdown passes. About time they put a few grass stains on that jersey. Throwing is Jackson. Being chased out left. And he wisely will throw that one away. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. Ninth play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Now it's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
A 46-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good, and they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he'll elect not to run with it. And a fair catch on the kickoff will move the ball to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, they had that one snipped out defensively. That's a tough one to connect on when you've got multiple defenders in the area, and it winds up incomplete.
Here we go.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11, Thomas. Back.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
This is brought in at the 21. Just a yard return there after a punt of 49. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a little under a minute to go, still time to try to put a drive together to add to their lead should they so choose. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
Look at the big man rumble. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 32 that time.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Play action. Now Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Play action. It's Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Jackson. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
At their own 13-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And the Ravens are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, Charles, you were so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Jackson. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Not wanting to take a chance this time, they'll keep it on the ground. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation and pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
A well-executed 22-yard gain.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the third quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Eluding the pressure right. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the third quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Jackson. He finds his man, complete. That's Beck. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal. Jackson. And that'll be taken in by Andrews for a Ravens touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Ravens take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. No surprise there. Third and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 24.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he'll elect not to run with it. The fair catch will move this out to the 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11, Thomas. Stop.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already. And it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
That's a gain of 7.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they'll wind up getting 7 there on 4th and 3. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Play action. It's Burrow. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Sacked on the corner blitz by Marlon Humphrey.
He already did his primary job with an interception earlier, but here he gets a chance to be a pass rusher and takes on the challenge of blitzing and makes another big play. That's something to file away and maybe break out later in this one or in a future game.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
First down, here's Burrow. And he's got his man on the out route. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Another modest gain there on that one, and I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner, because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Jamar Chase. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
Here we go.
Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 5. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Flush to his right. And he checks this one down to Williams. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Here we go.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1. Burrow will throw. Flushed out right. This will be caught at about the 5. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. So a very important first drive of the 3rd quarter, Charles, and safe to say, a much-needed touchdown.
Which leads to the question, where was this in the first half? Because if they'd had a few more drives like that, they wouldn't be in this situation. But that is the kind of drive that sends a message to the other side. We're going to be here, and we're going to battle you to the end.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. To throw is Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
We changed it.
Here's Jackson. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
First down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
They go play action with Jackson. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Sheldon Williams on the stop. No gain on the play. Second and 10. At the
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and 10. Jackson now. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the fourth quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute.
Here we go, here we go. 11 mighty, 11 mighty. God.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. And he's going to hook up with his big tight end, complete. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On first and 10, Joe Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Kyle Hamilton picks it. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 11-yard line.
They'll take over on first and 10 at their own 11-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. Oh, looking for Andrews downfield. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Going for the knockout blow right there. I think if I'm up 2 scores, I'd be worried about an interception, but playing this way is what got them this lead. So you may as well ride it out to the end.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. That's going deep for Bateman. And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
And the Raven first down.
Report!
Here's Jackson to throw. Eluding the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Trey Hendrickson picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
It's second down.
On second down, Jackson. He completes it to Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for third. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. Now Jackson taps this forward jet sweep. And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield. And they pick up the first down there with a gain of 4.
And this is just a little touch pass. They send the receiver in motion, just kind of tap it forward to him. Now, it doesn't turn into a huge play, but they do pick up a first down, a nice, consistent gain.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. That's caught. It's Flowers. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 23 yards on the play. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. Starting to look like this drive, it may be the final nail in the coffin.
Well, this is why you work out so hard, right? This is why you spend all that time in the offseason. This is why you have those OTAs and mini camps. For these situations, these scenarios, to run someone into the ground and secure a victory.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on first down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Now it's Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? Now Jackson. Back in the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
Tucker's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line.
Gun.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
11. Stop.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have a first down at about the 21-yard line. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they're powering through, and they're controlling this game.
A slant route caught by Bateman. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Jackson will keep it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. That right there, Charles, is your exclamation mark. They already had the nice lead on their way to a victory, but one final touchdown here to widen the margin late in the 4th quarter.
Let's make it pretty simple. When you can seemingly score at will, why wouldn't you take advantage of being in that zone and getting one more to cap off this game?
And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they'll be backed up to start this drive as he's taken down right around the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down. This one caught downfield by Higgins. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there for Cincinnati. 47 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, if only they were all this easy, because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side.
And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And Burrow's going to look to throw for it. And they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful.
Ravens 37, Bengals 17. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds here, a yard shy of the 25 at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, this is the ideal situation in the fourth quarter. You come out here late, not much time on the clock with a comfortable lead, and put the final nail in the coffin.
Yeah, this offense, all game long, they've been powerful, they've been dangerous. You're exactly right. They can end this one on their own terms.
At the 31-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And maybe more importantly, a victory in the division, which always helps.
And on the road. How about all of that rolled up into one? Because how often do you see division games get decided by this much of a margin?
Yeah, they thumped them.
Yeah, they jumped all over them. And a division game is usually a touchdown or less because these two teams know each other better than most teams in the league. In this